Hi everyone, today's October 19th, and starting today for a little while I'm going to be posting short little videos about Puerto Rico and all the efforts I'm seeing about aid and relief for the island. First I wanted to announce that I've organized a trip to the island November 8th to find out get some answers to questions we all have about what's happening on the island, and how we can help from here, from stateside, whether you're Puerto Rican American or from another place. I know that there's a lot of people who care, because as soon as I put myself out there as someone who is asking for donations to the cause, a lot of you came out and asked me directly, what can I do about this? And I really didn't have a great answer at the beginning, other than to donate to a lot of the organizations that are already on the ground. I think that that's still important, but now we're hearing so many stories of disorganization, lack of communication, continued frustrations on the ground. I think that a lot of those organizations, if I had to guess, just are either understaffed or mired in bureaucracy. But what I've heard from my family and friends who were there, that I'm starting to hear more and more from, they've kind of figured out how to charge things, or maybe from time to time check social media and get in touch with me. I have heard that there are brigades of people who are coming together to try to solve problems. Like, for instance, why is it still flooding? Because there is debris still everywhere in sewers and everything. It just hasn't been cleared out entirely, so when it rains again, it floods. People have lost their homes since the hurricane due to subsequent floods. Why are people not getting the medical care they need? Some cases they don't know how to get to it, or have a way to get there, and this lack of communication is crippling. I want you all to think about how, if we were here living our life, I live here in Michigan, and tomorrow I was thrust into a first world or third world situation, without water, without food, without the security of knowing that I might have that today, but I might not have it tomorrow. Just how would that feel? We are just unprepared as a society for that. It's, at least at this level of scale, when you consider it's 3.5 million people who are literally at risk every day for this, for not having water. From what I hear, when water comes in, it's gone immediately, drinking water. So, I have a few notes here, so sorry. But, you know, I'm really heartened by the level of love and support that all of you have shown me regarding this cause and the crisis in Puerto Rico. I'm not getting people in my life. Maybe you're just scared of me, but you're not telling me that you're not wanting to help. If anything, it's the exact opposite. I think we all have the level of helplessness and desperation that I'm feeling. I know is extended through even all my friends and people that I haven't talked to since I was a kid in elementary school. People are reaching out to me, and I'm reaching out to people like that and hoping that they're fine and their families are fine. I've never had this collective sadness that I have right now, and desperation to try to help. So with that, I've tried to turn it into something positive. I'm doing a lot of community work here with some organizations. I've done some media, but what I'm excited to do is to go to the island and get those stories told, and possibly do a little mini documentary afterwards. I'm taking a videographer. His name is Cam Neighbors. I've worked with him before. He's awesome. You know, I'm inviting a few other folks that I went to school with to go down there, or to meet me on the island, some different people in my family. And I'm looking for those stories. And most importantly, what I want to get back to you and me is, I want to know who's doing the good work. There's a lot of small community-based organizations that are grassroots that have sprung up, and everybody's picking themselves up by the boots, and they are trying to solve this problem themselves. So I want to figure out who they are so that we can possibly support them. because as we know, sending physical goods down there right now is extremely complicated. You've got to figure out the logistics of how to get that distributed once you're there. I'm only taking, enough for me to eat and drink water while I'm there, and a few supplies that I can fit into a suitcase or two and distribute. I hear fans are important, solar lights, bug spray. I'm taking some life straws, and whatever I bring with me, I'll leave there for whoever can use it. But what I'm asking you now is to please follow me. I'll try to post here between here and my trip to Puerto Rico on occasion. Once I'm in Puerto Rico, my plan is to post daily with Cam, tell you the different stories that we're seeing. I'm gonna look into the medical world to see what's going on there, where the downfall is. So please follow me, share my posts, and please just keep it in your mind. I know there's so many things going on right now in the world, and it's hard to almost stay focused on one thing and care about one thing, but if you can just give me a little bit of time a day to think about and pass it on. When I come back, I know that there's going to be a desire to send a lot of the funds that we're fundraising here in Kalamazoo. We're going to have a big weekend on November, the second weekend of November. There's going to be a dine out in Kalamazoo in Southwest Michigan, and there are going to be a couple of anchor things going on. I'll tell you about that more once we're a little solidified, but all those funds, people want to know where they're going to go, and I think we have a sense of where some of them can go, but I hope to find out more information. So share my posts, please get people interested in this, spread the word, and lastly, if you have questions, just send them to me directly. I'm happy to take questions and try to figure out, and between here and 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now when I go, we may have new questions, so don't hesitate to try to contact me. Alright, so thank you.